You want to steal my lunch? Eat my period. There's always that one person at every office who thinks the work fridge is their personal buffet. At my old job, that person was this guy named Mike from accounting. Mike was one of those guys who thought he was God's gift to the workplace. He'd make jokes about how women were too emotional to handle real work, interrupt us in meetings, and generally just be a complete nightmare to deal with. But the thing that really pushed me over the edge was his lunch stealing habit. At least twice a week, I'd open the fridge to find my homemade lunch either completely gone or half-eaten. Not the container, just the food. Like he had the audacity to eat my meal but leave me the dirty dishes to clean. I'd spend my Sunday afternoons meal prepping these really nice lunches. Pasta salads, leftover stir-fry, sometimes even soup in a thermos. Real food that actually tasted good, not some sad desk salad. And this jerk was just helping himself like it was a free sample station at Costco. I talked to my coworkers about it and they all rolled their eyes. Apparently Mike had been doing this for years. Sarah from HR said she'd complained to management multiple times, but they always brushed it off as a misunderstanding. One girl named Jenny told me she actually saw him eating her leftover pizza once. When she confronted him, he just shrugged and said, "Finders keepers." The absolute nerve. I tried everything normal people do first. I put my name on the container in big letters. I even put a note that said, "Please don't take my lunch. I need it for my medical condition." Mike didn't care. He kept stealing my food like it was his personal meal delivery service. That's when I decided to get creative. I started bringing decoy lunches that I'd put in the fridge, while keeping a sandwich at my desk that didn't need refrigeration. For about 2 weeks, I let him keep stealing the decoy food while I planned my revenge. Then I started talking to everyone in the office about this new wellness trend I was following. I'd bring it up during coffee breaks, mention it casually in the elevator, really sell it. I told them I'd discovered this amazing health method where you collect your menstrual blood and eat it for the nutrients. I went on and on about how it was supposed to boost your immune system and give you energy. Mike would always make these disgusted faces when I talked about anything period related, which made this even more perfect. I even made a fake video on my phone where I'm in my kitchen preparing a meal and dramatically pouring this red liquid from what looked like a menstrual cup into my pasta sauce. Obviously, it was just food coloring mixed with corn syrup, but it looked absolutely convincing. The consistency was perfect. I made sure to show this video to several people when Mike was within earshot. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you guys have to see this wellness routine I'm doing. It's changed my life." Then I'd play the video and watch people's reactions. Most of my female coworkers knew I was up to something and played along perfectly. For the grand finale, I brought in this really delicious looking pasta dish. I made sure it smelled amazing and looked super appetizing. Then I made a big show of putting it in the fridge during lunch rush when everyone was around. As I closed the fridge door, I loudly announced to the room, "I'm so excited for my special meal. I added extra nutrients today, if you know what I mean." And I winked. Mike was standing right there and I saw his face turn green. The next day, my lunch was gone as usual, but something beautiful happened. About an hour after lunchtime, Mike came back to the office looking absolutely pale and nauseous. He kept running to the bathroom every 20 minutes, then he took the rest of the week off sick. When he came back the following Monday, something magical had happened. My lunches stopped disappearing. In fact, nobody's lunches went missing ever again. Mike would actively avoid the fridge whenever I was near it. He'd wait until I left the break room before getting his own food. The best part was watching him bring his own lunch every single day after that. Like suddenly he remembered how to be a functional adult who feeds himself.